Alright guys, so we are, what day is it, Olivia? It's the third day.
10. Feels like
10th day of the Tour de France. We're doing really well, and morale, spirits are high, fluid intake is high. Now, but in all seriousness, we're about to take on event 8, which is taking place in the Colosseum. This year it seems to be a lot more workouts in the Colosseum than in past, which is good for us, you know, maybe because of the heat, but it's good for us.
hey,
We're literally
good.
about to go over.
Good luck, Lester.
Where am I at? I'm good, thanks for asking. Tier's doing a meet and greet right now, so that's why you guys are left with me. So for those 3 that are watching, I appreciate you guys. But honestly, in all seriousness, like Olivia, the crew, they're putting the effort in. It's one of these, it's this weekend, right? Like you can prepare as best for it, and sometimes the body just takes toll on workouts or movements more than you anticipated. So it's just about adjusting and adapting. The biggest thing that I try to reassure these guys at this time frame is just like lean into your fitness. Know that this is a grueling weekend. I don't say the word grueling, but a long weekend. So it's important for us to be consistent, stay on top of the things that we can control. That's recovery, nutrition, hydration, all that good stuff. Hey, Will. Just go for about 2.5 minutes if you're good with that. And then on the last 30 seconds, or the 2-minute mark, we're going to bump it up.
Good one for you, right?
Yeah, I mean, a little pain tolerance workout. I think that's something we can kind of lean into and go. Really like what she did on the 5K, being able to hit a really hard pace, and so she kind of climbed her way up back in 24th, just in range to get into that top 20, and that's what we're really trying to do here is provide a little buffer going into that lift-in event.
When's the next cut?
Next cut's 20. It's 20th place tonight, so after tonight. So we'll just see where this is at, give her a little buffer, and then we can kind of play by ear off that.
Was she stressed last night?
She was super stressed last night. Really happy to just be on for this day, get into it, but you know, she's honestly top 30 in the world no matter what, and then she's going to go into this one, climb her way back up, and we'll see what happens on that lift. I mean, everybody's got to be super technical, tired legs. You never know what's going to happen in 20 seconds, so I think we have a lot that we can kind of make on in this one.
Hey, welcome, namaste. This is Matt. Hey everyone, Matt. This is Matt. Matt is signed, working closely with Nick Matthews, and has been for the last. We done this? Okay, sorry. Well, if you're new to the channel, you just found this. He's Willie too. Yeah. He's doing well. Peace is love. Yeah. So event 8 is about to take place. The men are about to get on there in like literally a minute from now. Nick Matthews was in this heat. We just found out it's certainly just about the cadence and being able to sustain that. The row seems to be a smaller part in this, but overall, man, it's just one of these workouts where we just got to maximize the points we can, just so the weightlifting portion becomes easier. Is there anything you want to?
Yeah, I mean, our goal with Nick is he's around the cut line at this point, so we want to get him as far up into that as we can, so we don't have to take chances in the next heat. Ultimately, though, we don't get to decide how everyone else performs, so he's going to execute the way he can. Typically, box jump over workouts are good for him. He gets to use a little bit more athleticism. Hopefully it pays off today, and then we'll just rinse and repeat for the next set, and then just go from there.
Okay, but you like that better?
I like that. It just gives me more reassurance. Oh, gosh, I didn't know who that was. Go. 1-5 rounds.
Are you nervous for this one?
A little, yeah.
It's a good one.
It's good.
Oh, I like nerves. Nerves tells us you want it. This is good.
Has she surpassed expectations? Or was there any?
I don't know. We've always built it up in our mind what we would be happy with, right? And I'm sure after that weekend you wish it went better, even if you surpass or you reach that expectation. I think that's just the desire, the human nature, or the desire of an athlete to get the absolute out of themselves, even when it doesn't go right. But for me, like, I'm actually trying to remind myself. G'day, mate. Hey, good to see you. I'm trying to remind myself of removing expectation and wanting her to be proud of her efforts, you know. And that's, I feel like I say that, and I genuinely want to believe that and instill that in her, going like, hey, it doesn't matter where we finish, as long as you walk off that, 2 things: exhausted and tired, and proud of your effort. And that's what I'm chasing.
that's what I thought. I was like, it was like a decent time still. Like it was last, but it's still I thought it was like still a decent time. Yeah.
But then you see, like, you cancelled it out by being like second.
Back it up. Yeah.
That looks better anyway. The crowd's on this side.
Yeah,
Anyway. Might as well get the crowd in. Go.
Thanks, brother. Ah, thanks, Prez. My legs were cooking. That was like the main thing. I was pretty good. Like held a decent pace on the rower, like all 4 times. But my legs just went. Like my legs went on the first interval on the 21.
A lot of moving parts in that too. It's like the margins are small, man. We're talking
How do
seconds.
you go from last though to second? Like, is that a mistake on the front end, or
No, it's like you anticipate, you try and chase consistency. For me, consistency is like within a couple of seconds. Looked like his second one was faster than his first. That's what's fortunate about it. If you go out too hard at the front, if you're not able to back it up, you're gonna feel it. And we saw that in the back end there for some of the gentlemen. However, if you go almost just tier to below your max effort, and you know you got a bit of stamina at the end, it seems to be a big substantial benefit to do that. But it is a big risk, you know, like you can't really make it up.
the first one? I saw you look around and kind of be like, oh shit.
Yeah, I was like,
Last box show.
yeah. And then I like walked over the line. I was like, what have I done here? But then I sort of looked again and I was like, oh, I knew some of the times from the previous heat, so I was like, oh, it was just a fast heat. And then I guess, trusted myself to back it up. and I did. I was faster on the second one, so yeah, I was breathing heavy, but I was like, oh, we got 2 minutes. I was shaking out the legs, and then it was like 1 minute, and I was like, yeah, I'll be ready to go. And it was sort of better for me, I think, going with the bigger box at the start.
Give him his treat. It's like a dog.
He hates me by now in this shit. He's like, oh, she's got food.
Do you ever listen to what he says and you're like, that doesn't make sense?
When in interviews.
Yeah. Because you're always behind him just judging him.
Yeah. Judging him, just listening. No, I think.
Judging, supporting.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say, like 2 years ago, he was not good at talking in interviews or to a camera or anything like that, and it's cool to see him now. Like he can just chirp away, and now he's like 10 times better than me.
Is it because you guys do vlogs and stuff now, you think? And it's just like almost...
Yeah, I think all that work with him and Toby making their YouTube videos definitely paid off.
Can't touch your bar other than the lift itself. Yeah.
Changing the weights.
They don't have 1 pound, 2 pound. Oh, they do. Okay. They have halves and they have the whole 9 yards. Well, Shane will figure out how to communicate like.
Do you think it's frowned upon as a coach to stare at someone else when they're warming up?
No, it's part of the game, right? Like, I want my athletes to do the best, so I'll do whatever it takes. Sometimes I won't cross the line, but I'll flirt with it.
was 265 for the snatch, and then 345 for the clean and jerk. So that's 610.
Oh well, that's our safe workout out of the way. Let's chase
But
now.
yeah, I'm G'd with the clean and jerk. I haven't hit that for a little bit, so I'm happy. There was probably more there too.
What's that word you keep saying?
G'd, like G'd up, like.
Or he says dang. And now I say
G'd,
dang.
like in Australia, it's like
fired
it's
up.
like it's like
G'd.
fired up.
G'd.
Like you're ready to go. Like you're G'd. Like you're happy. You know what I mean? It's like G double E apostrophe D. G'd. Let's fucking go. Are we paddleboarding tomorrow? Are we paddleboarding?
I think Sprague.
Rumours about paddleboard. Fuck yeah.
Bro, I'm ready for a paddleboard. I've done that shit with my dog.
What did you take last year for?
For what?
The water event.
Oh,
Are you like
that
one
was
of those Aussies
completely
that can
different.
swim
Nah,
and-
I'm
you just paddleboard Aussie?
like.
That was a ski workout, not a swim workout.
No, I'm not like James and Khan swimming level. They like grew up doing like, I'm pretty sure, like surf lifesaving and shit. I'm from like the cold part of Australia, so I didn't do none of that. But I'm decent, man. I'm decent. Let's leave it at that.